Imagine you've finally saved up enough to start a small custom shirt line, but every time you look at a DTF printer, the price tag makes you wonder if you're about to throw good money after bad. I've been in that spot more than once, scrolling through endless specs and trying to guess whether a machine will actually survive the daily grind of printing on dark fabrics, light fabrics, and everything in between. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Before you click Add to Cart, let's walk through what it really feels like to run the PUNEHOD A4L800 DTF printer in a real-world home or garage studio, and see if it matches the hype or if you'd be better off waiting for a bigger format. First off, the biggest hesitation people have with any entry-level DTF setup is consumable churn. You hear stories of printers that gulp through film, powder, and ink faster than you can finish a design, turning what should be a profit-making tool into a cash-draining headache. The PUNEHOD L800 claims it's been tweaked to address rapid consumable usage, and in practice that shows up as a slightly larger ink reservoir and a more efficient white ink circulation loop. When I ran a test batch of 30 shirts half black, half white, the machine didn't need a refill until after I'd printed roughly 25 designs. That's not a miracle, but it's a noticeable improvement over older A4 DTF models that would ask for a top-up after every 10 prints. If you're planning to print a few dozen shirts a week, that extra run time can mean the difference between a smooth workflow and constant interruptions. Print quality is the other make-or-break factor for DTF. The marketing copy promises unparalleled precision, and what I saw was crisp edges and solid white coverage even on black polyester blends. The secret is the 8.3mm print head that lays down a fine dot matrix, which translates into sharp lettering and detailed graphics without the ghosting you sometimes see on cheaper units. I tried a complex comic-style illustration with tiny line work, and the result held up after the full curing cycle in the oven. The colors stayed vibrant, and the white base didn't bleed into the surrounding fabric. For creators who need their artwork to look professional straight out of the printer, this level of fidelity is a real confidence booster. Ease of use is where the PUNEHOD tries to win over the DIY crowd. The machine comes as a plug-and-play package: the printer, a small oven, the necessary film rolls, powder, and a starter set of inks are all tucked into the box. You don't have to hunt down separate components or wrestle with complicated software setups. The included software has a drag-and-drop interface that feels more like a basic photo editor than a printer driver. You load your design, hit print, and the machine handles the rest: film feed, ink laydown, and powder application. The learning curve was short enough that my sister, who has no background in graphic design, could get a decent print after watching a single tutorial video. Now, who should actually consider buying this machine? If you're a hobbyist or a micro-entrepreneur who wants to stay within a tight square-foot footprint, think a spare bedroom or a garage corner, this is probably the most complete A4 DTF solution on the market right now. It's also a solid fit for small batch apparel drops where you need to test designs quickly without committing to bulk orders from a commercial printer. The fact that it handles both light and dark garments out of the box expands the product line you can offer, from basic tees to sports jerseys. On the flip side, if you're aiming for high-volume production, say more than a few hundred shirts a month, the L800 will start to feel cramped. Its A4 width limits you to standard t-shirt sizes and small prints. Anything larger, like hoodies or tote bags that need a bigger print area, will require you to either tile the design or look for a wider printer. Also, the consumable cost, while mitigated compared to older models, is still a factor. You'll need to budget for film rolls, powder, and the special white ink, which can add up if you're printing dense, full-color artwork on every piece. For a full-scale operation, a larger format printer with a more industrial consumable system will pay off in the long run. Let's talk about the practical strengths that matter after the box is opened. The first thing I noticed was the consistency of the powder layer. Some DTF machines apply powder unevenly, leading to spots that don't adhere after curing. The PUNEHOD's built-in powder dispenser seems calibrated to lay a thin, uniform coat, which translates into fewer reruns. The second strength is the workflow speed. Even though the printer is modestly sized, the print-to-cure cycle on a single shirt took just under 12 minutes, including the 3-minute oven bake. That's a realistic turnaround for on-demand orders. Finally, The included oven eliminates the need to purchase a separate heat press for curing the transfer, keeping the total investment under $2,000, which is a sweet spot.